The moment we've all been waiting for has arrived, and it could change everything for XRP. Banks have officially been given the green light to buy and use XRP, and that's huge news for the entire cryptocurrency market. After years of legal battles and regulatory uncertainty, XRP is finally free to operate as it was meant to, and this could set the stage for a massive price surge. This new development means that banks, financial institutions, and even big players in the market can now legally invest in XRP, which will drive up demand in a big way. With this approval, XRP is now positioned to become even more integrated into the global financial system. This approval is not just a small win, it's a game changer. It opens the door to institutional investment at a level we've never seen before. And it signals that XRP is no longer on the sideline. With banks now able to get involved, the floodgates are open for them to purchase large amounts of XRP. This is the kind of news that can make a huge impact on the market, and we could see XRP's price skyrocket in the coming weeks. But this isn't just about banks buying in, it's about XRP's growing role in cross-border payments and its increasing use case in the financial sector. This green light is a sign that XRP is set to become even more valuable, and the opportunities for growth are massive. So, with everything aligning for XRP's future, it's time to pay attention, because what's coming next could be bigger than anything we've seen so far. Now that we know why this green light for banks is such a big deal, let's dive into why XRP is poised to skyrocket soon. The biggest factor here is the massive increase in institutional interest. With the approval for banks to legally buy and use XRP, we're going to see some major players entering the market. Institutional investors who have been sitting on the sidelines are now able to make large-scale purchases of XRP without any regulatory concerns. This is exactly the type of move that could push XRP's price to new heights. When big institutions start buying in, it drives up demand and helps legitimize the asset. We've already seen this with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and XRP is no exception. Another reason XRP is set to rise is its real-world use case in the financial sector. XRP isn't just a speculative asset, it's a tool for improving cross-border payments. With banks and financial institutions increasingly adopting Ripple's technology, XRP is becoming an integral part of the global financial infrastructure. Ripple's network allows for faster, cheaper, and more efficient money transfers, something that traditional systems struggle to provide. As more banks and companies integrate XRP into their payment systems, its utility will increase, which will in turn drive its price up. The timing couldn't be better either. With cryptocurrency becoming more widely accepted and mainstream, XRP is perfectly positioned to take advantage of this trend. The adoption of digital currencies and blockchain technology by global financial institutions is growing, and XRP stands at the forefront of this revolution. As financial systems continue to evolve and cryptocurrencies become more integrated, XRP's role in facilitating international payments will only become more valuable. So as banks and institutions begin to make their moves, we could see XRP's price climb dramatically, and this could be just the beginning of a new phase of growth for the cryptocurrency. While the future of XRP looks incredibly promising, it's important to keep in mind that the cryptocurrency market is still highly volatile, and the recent surge might not be a smooth ride. As exciting as this green light for banks is, there are always risks involved, and XRP's price could face corrections, especially after such a strong rally. When big price movements happen in a short period of time, it's not uncommon for the market to experience a pullback. Institutional investors might also be buying in, but they are also likely to sell at certain points to lock in profits, which could cause temporary drops in the price. Additionally, even though XRP has received this legal green light, the regulatory landscape for cryptocurrencies is still evolving. Governments around the world are still figuring out how to regulate digital assets, and any new policy or decision could have an impact on XRP's growth. While the current approval is a major positive step, any future legal challenges could create uncertainty and affect market sentiment and affect, as we've seen in the past, even a small shift in regulatory stance can cause drastic price fluctuations. It's also worth mentioning that while the institutional interest is growing, XRP still faces competition from other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even other payment solutions. While XRP is leading the way in cross-border payments, it must continue to innovate and maintain its competitive edge to stay at the forefront. If another cryptocurrency or financial solution gains traction, it could impact XRP's dominance in the market. So while the immediate outlook for XRP is exciting and there's huge potential for growth, It's crucial for investors to remain cautious and aware of the market's volatile nature. The crypto space can change quickly, and just as fast as XRP can rise, it can also fall. Being prepared for both outcomes and having a clear investment strategy is the key to navigating this market. Looking ahead, there are some key factors to watch out for that could significantly impact XRP's future price movements. First and foremost, you'll want to keep a close eye on the overall crypto market. XRP doesn't operate in a vacuum. Its price is often influenced by what's happening with larger cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. If Bitcoin continues to lead the market with bullish momentum, XRP will likely benefit from that upward trend. However, if the market experiences a downturn or a correction, XRP could see a decline even if its fundamentals remain strong. Another crucial aspect to monitor is any further developments from Ripple itself. Ripple's ongoing partnerships, technological advancements, and announcements about new use cases for XRP could be huge drivers of future growth. If Ripple announces new partnerships with major banks or financial institutions, it could give XRP a significant boost. Likewise, any news about new features or improvements to Ripple's network could increase XRP's utility and adoption, which would in turn drive its value up. The cryptocurrency market is driven by news, and Ripple is one of the most active companies in the space. Regulatory developments are also something to watch carefully. While XRP has received the green light for now, it's important to stay informed about any upcoming regulatory decisions, especially in key markets like the US or the EU. New regulations could either strengthen XRP's position in the market or introduce challenges that affect its value. Staying ahead of regulatory changes can help you make more informed decisions about when to buy, hold, or sell XRP. Lastly, don't overlook the psychological aspect of the market. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is powerful in the crypto world, and XRP could experience price surges based on speculation alone. As the green light for banks attracts more investors, XRP's price could spike even further, but it's important to remember that these kinds of rallies can be followed by sharp corrections. The key here is to maintain a balanced approach, monitor the news closely, and stay informed about both the risks and opportunities. In conclusion, while XRP has tremendous potential in the coming weeks and months, it's vital to remain aware of the broader market factors, the company's developments, and any regulatory changes that could impact the cryptocurrency's future. By keeping an eye on these factors, you can make smarter, more informed decisions about your investment in XRP and be ready for whatever the market throws your way. It's important to remember that the future of XRP is full of promise, but also full of uncertainty. The recent green light for banks to buy XRP is a major milestone, and it opens the door for increased institutional investment and widespread adoption. However, just because the future looks bright doesn't mean there aren't challenges ahead. The crypto market is unpredictable, and even with such positive news, prices can fluctuate unexpectedly. One of the biggest takeaways is that now could be a critical time to watch XRP's movements closely. If you're considering investing in XRP, it's essential to keep your strategy in mind. With the current surge in institutional interest and the rising demand for cross-border payment solutions, XRP could see significant growth in the near future. But remember, with every rise comes the possibility of a fall, and short-term volatility is always a risk. For those who already hold XRP, the next few weeks could be crucial in determining if this surge continues or if a correction occurs. As we've seen with past crypto movements, the market can be highly reactive to news, and any sudden shifts in sentiment or policy could lead to a sudden change